In my final paper, I would like to discuss a musical event that took place in 1989 on the main square of Croatia's capital, the city of Zagreb. Because of the political situation in the Federation of Yugoslavia, this concert became known as the Forbidden Concert, and according to many, was one of the signs that the breakup of Yugoslavia was inevitable. Now, to provide a brief historical context, the Federation of Yugoslavia was a communist country made up of 6 federal republics, which were Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro, and Macedonia. In the late 1980s, after the death of the Yugoslav president Josip Broz Tito, the country's economy started collapsing, which caused unsatisfaction of the people and political instability. The problem was that the Serbs wanted to create a so-called Great Serbia, which would occupy the majority of this territory. But, of course, other countries, including Croatia, wanted their independences and wanted a breakup of Yugoslavia. In such an atmosphere, at the very end of 1980s, where it was absolutely forbidden to show any signs of belonging to a specific nation or a specific religion, including loudly mentioning the Croatian name, one of the most popular Croatian bands at the time organized a concert which ended up being one of the biggest events that has ever taken place on Zagreb's main square up to this day. Now, this obviously meant that the biggest gathering of Croatian people at the time was about to take place. Another problem was that there was a rumor that the band was going to play their new song, which had the Croatian name in its title, which was again forbidden, although the song was dedicated to the lead singer's mother and had nothing to do with nationality or politics. Those two facts were an obvious threat to the regime and were reported to the police. Since they were reported to the police and the police tried to stop them, that's how the concert got its name, the Forbidden Concert. Now the police tried to cut off the electricity, but couldn't get through the crowd of people, and the concert ended up taking place. Also, although they were warned, the band's members didn't want to cancel the concert, showing, in my opinion, a rather rebellious act against the regime, against the authorities. The main objectives of my final work would be to find out what was the band's point of view on this concert, and especially on the song that was rather extravagant. I would like to find it out through interviews that were taken with the band's members, and articles that were published mostly in newspapers. Secondly, to see into the opinions of people, mostly the people that were there or were alive at that period of time. What I would like to see what the concert and the song itself meant for them. Then, as the third objective, I would like to investigate how this song is perceived in the Croatian society nowadays. If it's always connected to the beginning of the war, to nationalism or patriotism, or if it doesn't, maybe it doesn't have any connection to that event at all today. I would like to discuss the political aspects of music, which were obvious here, I think, and how it can be used for rebellious purposes against authorities and against the regime. And lastly, to explore which role music plays in a certain society during difficult times, especially during wars, and if it always takes a patriotic side and serves as a consolation, or if it was being used as a weapon of nationalism and spreading hate. That's it. Thank you everyone for your attention.